B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me?
Name that tune. Here we go.
Kirk Franklin, Baby, this is my chance.
All right.
Kirk Franklin,
Okay. What was it like working with him?
he is 100% exactly how you see him.
Okay.
That same energy that he gives on screen and off screen. I mean, he's like that 24/7, 365 a year. He's that same big ball of energy. Small, but huge energy.
Huge personality.
Yeah, he's awesome. Super awesome.
All right, so we have one more. Mary Heaven. All right.
Y'all play my jam.
Okay.
My two favorites right there.
What was it like meeting Erica Campbell? Because I love her. She seems like a really sweet, genuine person.
She really is. Like I said about Kirk Franklin, that same meek and humble spirit that she possesses on screen, she has it off screen as well. She was very, very warm. When you meet her, she doesn't mind giving you information. Like she tells you what you need to hear. Like if she feels like you need to do this more, you know, she would tell you. And you know, you don't get that a lot from people who have accomplished so much, who's been in the industry that long. Everybody's not free to give like that. And this particular set of judges and Kirk Franklin, they gave so much free information. So she is beautiful. I mean, 100% beautiful.
And I know that's what I was sharing with Mel. It was like the judges were phenomenal. They weren't just giving generic answers. It was honest, genuine feedback, and I really appreciated everyone on that panel this year.
They were all phenomenal. Like I said, I mean, on camera, what you see, they're the same way off camera. They weren't rushing to get to their dressing rooms. Like they would stay and talk to us and just tell us, hey, I enjoyed you tonight. Push a little bit harder. You got it. You can sing. You minister to me. Like they were free to talk about all of that. And we needed that. That was encouragement for us, you know, just our first time being on major platforms like this. Like we needed that boost of encouragement. So it made us feel a whole lot more confident than we were when we first started.
I'm pretty sure that little went a long way. And will stick with you throughout your musical journey.
Listen, I will cherish this forever. Just being around them and just talking to them and just hearing them compliment all of us like that was major. Like that was everything. So I'm keeping that forever.
And with that, you guys took that advice and y'all did exactly what they said. Y'all really showcased your natural star power in addition to what was communicated through the constructive criticism. So my question is, who is Chelsea Barnes? Who was she before the stage? Because you just seem like a natural performer, and like you've just been doing this all your life.
Well, it's very interesting because me and my sister, we had the opportunity to do the show together. My sister, she was in the beginning of the show with me. She ended up getting eliminated once we got to like the top 10. So before Sunday Best, me and my sister, we were viral sensations. We started singing on Facebook, and I mean, the videos just went crazy. Like we made Shade Room, the Singers Movement, all these different well-known pages. And my sister was really like the singer. I was kind of like in her shadow a little bit, but I was learning like during the whole process. So when I got my chance to really just display who I was it was natural for me because I had been around it all, forever and ever. Both of my grandparents have been in ministry. I mean, my mom's parents and my dad's parents, they've been in ministry for over 50 years. So the church scene is what I've been accustomed to and what I know.
Right.
So getting on stage, I mean, with the audience, we at church. And I got the microphone, so let's have church. And so that's what I kept. Even though I had to kind of contain some things for the stage and display artistry, more than ministry a little bit. You have to find a balance. So that's what I desired to do, and it was great just being able to show who I was. I got my chance to really be free and just let everybody know, hey, this is Chelsea, this is what I do, and I just pray that everybody would receive me well. So
how did you find the balance between ministry and performing? Because I know when the spirit hits you, it hits you. What do you do?
Right. Well, I mean, you have to keep in mind that you're on a time limit.
Okay.
But at the same time, prayer is everything. When you before you get on stage, like I always pray. I'm like, God, word my mouth. Let me say what I need to say to minister to somebody in this short amount of time. Okay. And I just let Him lead the way. When the spirit hits you, it hits you. But you still have to keep in mind you have to be a professional as well. So you gotta be able to contain it, even though you feel it. You have to contain it, so you can also stay in good with the judges and the producers as well, because you don't want them to be like, oh, she do too much, she praise break too much, and we're gonna have to cut this and cut that. Okay. You just have to display a level of professionalism.
Okay, got it.
So my next question for you is, now that you have gotten your platform and you're confident and you're a trailblazer, you're second to none. You are Chelsea Barnes. You're your own. So I know that you and your sister started off as a duet. Where are you to now in your careers? Have you decided to continue doing the duet or choose to do solo careers?
Well, God has blessed us to be able to not only sing together, but to display our individuality. Okay. She's doing her own music, I'm doing my own music, and when it's time for us to come together, we have no problem teaming up, because it's the natural thing to do. So we wanted to show that sisters can work together in this industry and succeed. We can support each other without it being any drama, or any spirit of discord. We come against all of that. So we work together, and we have an opportunity to do our own thing. So it's
That
great.
is awesome. So what inspired you to audition for Sunday's Best? Because there are a lot of shows out here. You have America's Got Talent, you have American Idol, they came back. So why Sunday's Best? Other than the obvious, because you grew up in church. Because I saw, like, on American Idol, let's say Fantasia, for instance, she grew up in the church, but she still chose a secular route. Yes. Why Sunday's Best?
Well, it's funny because America's Got Talent, they reached out to me. I actually auditioned for I think it was The Voice. I think it was The Voice, or what's the name of that other TV show? Corinne Hawthorne was on this particular show.
I know.
That particular show, I actually went and auditioned for that show, and this was right before Sunday Best. Wow. And I did not make this show. And I was just like, why did I make this show? And so all of our fans from Facebook, they was like, y'all need to audition for Sunday Best. But, me and my sister was like, we don't want to compete against each other, Because, this, when you get on the level, I'm talking about people look for drama. They do. So we didn't know each other had actually auditioned. We've been thinking about it, but we never, talked to each other like, hey, did I audition? So I just submitted my videos online, and I posted on Facebook that I had auditioned. And right after I posted, my sister called me. She was like, you really auditioned? I said, yeah. She was like, I did too. I was like, oh my God, Lord Jesus. I was like, it's going to be crazy if both of us make the show. And we ended up making it. But I chose Sunday Best because it was just like the natural thing to do. Like, I grew up in church, so it's like, why not? I can audition for all these other secular shows, so I might as well give this show a try. And it ended up working out in my favor. So I thank God for that, y'all. Because my heart was broke when I didn't make that other show, y'all.
And he knows best.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah,
he
does. Divine intervention. You were supposed to be on Sunday's Best.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Because I was just like, okay, they just crushed my little heart. I went up, y'all, when I said I went up in there and I sang my little song, she was just like, no, thank you. I was like, okay, bye-bye.
Wow. But you know, on that show, I don't think you would have received the proper guidance that you got from Erica and Jonathan and Kirk. You wouldn't have been able to get that, you know, all that poured into you because it's more so production on there other than like relationships. It is on Sunday's Best. So you and your sister end up on the show. What was it like being on the show with her? Were y'all able to interact with each other? Did you all see each other throughout? Were y'all able to encourage each other? What was it like competing with your sister?
Being on the show with Ashley, it was awesome. We were there encouraging each other, and we talked to each other before we went on the show, before we found out that we both had made it. We made an agreement that no matter what happens, that we would stick together and that we would support each other. I mean, we had our own separate rooms and stuff. They didn't, you know, we didn't have to bunk with anybody, but you know, she was on this floor. We would call each other, hey, what you doing? I'm finna come up there. You know, we stuck together during the process, so it wasn't like we couldn't talk or, you know, like, you know, people would think that y'all, you know, y'all plotting something or y'all trying to, you know. But it wasn't like that. Like, we were there supporting each other like any sister would. So it was great. It was really great.
I was very curious about that because I know how I would need my sister, right? For encouragement. Even though we're like on this show competing against each other, I still need your support and I need to support you too. So that's awesome that y'all were still able to do your own thing, but still be as, you know, a support system for each other.
And like my sister, we're like each other's strength. You know, like you need that energy, and I was so used to having that even before the show with us singing together. Like, we needed each other. What she had, I didn't, and what I had, she didn't. So we kind of completed each other. So when she ended up leaving the show, you know, it affected me a little bit. Like, I went through my phase where I was just like, okay, I'm tired. Like, I don't know if they're gonna keep me or will I be able to progress on throughout the show. And so it was complicated, but my sister, she gave me these words. She said, this is your time. Use this platform to showcase who you are. You've been in my shadow long enough. Now it's time for the world to know who you are. They know me, but I want them to know you too. So that alone, that gave me the boost that I needed. Okay, like, well, she got me. She ain't sad. She ain't mad. Like, let's do this. Because if I win, she wins. And even if I lose, we still win together because we both were able to share this platform together.
I know you mentioned that you guys talked to one another, and then even after she got eliminated, that you kind of felt some type of way, and you needed to find a happy medium to keep your head in the game. So what was it like being a contestant on the Sunday Best, like, as far as everybody else is concerned? Did you guys commune together, fellowship? Was it separate? Did you have your own time? Like, were you guys, you know, not forced, but, you know, encouraged to kind of group together and do things together?
Well, we had no choice but to be together. I mean, the whole cast. We're really like a family. Like, all of us are like brothers and sisters. So it was kind of natural. Everybody meeting each other. Like, hey, I see you on Facebook. Like, oh my God, like, you can sing. Like, I follow you. So when we all got together, and we like, oh, this is about to be crazy. Like, it kind of naturally happened. Like, we'll go in one person room. We'll all be in there. We'll play Uno. We'll sing. You know, like brothers and sisters. So it was natural. Like, everybody supported each other like 100%. Like, when one person was on stage, we'd get off stage, like, you just killed, like, you did amazing. Like, so it was natural. Like, it was like a family.
So it was never like you discussed what happened during that day of the show, rehearsals, anything. Y'all just kept the competition, but when you got together, it was just fun.
Like, we pretty much motivated each other. Like, they would send us our songs the day before rehearsal, and everybody be learning their stuff, and we'd be like, hey, listen to this, tell me what I need to do, and we would give each other like key points and like notes to do. So it was great, and I feel like that's why this particular season was so good, because there wasn't any jealousy, there wasn't any drama. Like, we just kind of naturally clicked, and you know, it worked out. So it was amazing for everybody on the show.
So I want to talk about the gospel secular fuse, because you mentioned Korean Hawthorne. How do you think that impacts today's generation? Because my opinion is, while it may not be my cup of tea, it does help reach reach others. So what is your take on it?
My take on more contemporary sound it's great because you do reach people who aren't familiar with the traditional way of doing things.
Okay.
We need that. As long as you're giving a good godly message, then I feel like that's all that matters. It may not be our cup of tea, but for somebody else, that's exactly what they need. Okay, God loves me, and I can feel that. It's jamming. I can get with that. So we need that because a lot of people, they don't receive traditional way of doing things, and we live in a new day and time. So it's necessary that we are able to reach other people,
right?
Because everybody just the traditional way of doing things is just not. It's really not in this season. People don't receive it with all the different things that's going on within the church,
right.
The traditional church. So we need that versatility to reach the sinners, reach the people that's on the streets. You gotta be able to give them something that they can feel and that they can relate to. Because if they don't relate to it, they're gonna be like, I don't hear that. Right. So we need that. I think it's great.
Okay.
And I remember one of the judges, I can't remember, but basically it was, if you carry the oil and the anointing, you're going to bring a life to that song. And I believe it was Erica Campbell, the Brandy song. I think one of the Tiffany sang, and she was like, she was like, you did exactly what my husband intended for the song to do. And I agree with that wholeheartedly. You just have it. So I don't care what secular song that you sing, it's still going to come across with the glory. And believe it or not, Karen Clark shared and Kiki shared, they were doing it before.
Way before.
Yes. And that's crazy because I listened to her Higher Ground. It's a song that she has Missy Elliott featured on it and Tweet. So I'm like, she didn't even realize how far ahead she was of her own time. And I'm like, this is what we need today. Like this is the industry. This is what people want. This is the market that they're making their money in. So I love it.
And so when I think about it, like some of my favorite gospel artists are like Andre Crouch and Reverend James Cleveland, but they changed the gospel sound. And back then in the 70s, their music wasn't accepted by the church because he fused, James Cleveland, he fused R&B and secular songs with gospel. And then Andre Crouch had like, some of his songs were traditional, but then he had those rock and roll, like a rock and roll, but he reached an audience that probably would have not otherwise been reached if not. And then if you think about it, James Cleveland, who I may have been like 5 or 6 when he passed, his music still reached me today. So it's necessary.
It is necessary. It's extremely necessary in these days and times.
Absolutely.
So obviously my favorite challenge of the season was the remixed one.
Okay.
So because I like the fusion of the traditional gospel singers singing those secular songs. So what was your favorite challenge of the season?
I would have to go with the R&B remix as well because it allowed me to show my versatility. Like I was able to really display something that they weren't used to seeing me do. Because I'm, from me and my sister viral videos, like we're super churchy. So that, and that's something that I like. Like I like kind of, switching it up and not being super churchy all the time because I have a soft voice. So I can go there, but sometimes I just want to relax and just ride the wave and just ride the beat a little bit. So the gospel remix, that was my favorite. I love that. I had Scissor remix. I got so much good feedback from that. Like everybody was like, "Where can I buy this?" I was like, "I can't put it out because BET owned it." So
as soon as you open your mouth to sing it, Jonathan jumped up.
Yes,
he jumped up.
And you know what? When I was on stage singing it, like I was recovering from breaking down from crying for my sister because we filmed 2 shows in one day.
Okay.
So I was backstage, I was wiping my tears. I'm like, oh my God, I gotta get out here. I gotta sing this song. I don't know how I'm gonna do this because my sister just left. Like I'm filled with all these different emotions, but I still gotta get out here on stage and be in this competition. And I promise y'all, when I got out there, I just zoned out. I did the song, and by the time I got finished, I kind of snapped back into it. And before I knew, everybody was on their feet. So I was just like, oh wow, like I did something. Because when you're on stage, you don't really realize what you're doing until you go back and watch it later. Because like for us, when the show came back out on June 30th, even the auditions, like it was kind of fresh to us because it was like, wow, okay, we see it now. But when you're in that moment, like you just kind of going with the flow. Like everything is so fast. You just hear this day, hear that day, you just rolling. But it was crazy fun.
So speaking of challenges, you ready?
I don't know if I'm ready for this tonight.
But you good though. You passed the first one.
Okay. You passed the first challenge.
Okay, y'all.
This challenge is easy. You got this. I want to do a nursery rhyme challenge. Can you give us a gospel rendition of Mary Had a Little Lamb?
Mary had a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb. Mary had a little lamb. His fleece was white as snow.
Girl.
Yeah. She
yes.
A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P Q R S T U V W X Y and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me?
I almost ran out of my Where can we follow you, Chelsea?
You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook at Chelsea N Barnes, and that's Chelsea with the Y. Everybody spells it with the A. I'm cool with that, but mine is with the Y, unfortunately, because everybody loves that A. But CHELSEYN Nicole Barnes, BARNES. You can find me there. My booking and my contact information is bookingchelseaandbarnes@gmail.com. Everything is the same. You can find me there, reach me there, and I'll holler.
Okay. And you're also getting ready to go on tour.
I am.
I'm excited about that.
Oh my goodness, I'm so excited as well. That opportunity came out of nowhere, y'all. I was like, when I got it, I was literally like in tears. I was like, oh my God, me? Like they called me? Like, oh my goodness.
Of course they called
Why
you.
not?
So it was, sometimes you just don't feel like you're there yet, and other people see it. So I'm so grateful and I'm humble to God. I'll be going to Germany from December 3rd to February 2nd on tour with the Best of Black Gospel Music. This is gonna be life changing. I already know it, so I'm excited about that. I'm ready.
Well, we're excited for you.
We are so
Thank
excited
you so
and
much.
so blessed to have you here.
Thank you.
We just wish you nothing but the best.
Thank you so much, y'all. I thank y'all for reaching out to me.
Thank you. Thank you.
This was fun for having
Thank
me.
you. Thank
We
you.
represent
A million
today.
thank you.
Yes. Memphis is on the map,
Yes.
y'all.